Trip, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I guess I've got this of like lands or something like DCX. Like people aren't bothered to set their own colors for whatever, just because they have to move to the next setup. So, but an online tournament, it is a little bit interesting to see something like that.
Yeah. So starting off immediately, I mean, this is our winners final. So this is kind of best of the best of the tournament here. T360 and Blaze are going to be fighting for a grand spot here and a guaranteed top 2 placement. But oh my god, T360 with the axe just racking up the damage right now onto Blaze. Blaze trying to answer back over on the great sword. And he's kind of answering back, but the off stage now, oh my goodness, just immaculate gameplay coming in from T360 over on the axe.
Absolutely, get a lot of stuff off on the strings to make a lot of damage build up and take a stock very early on without, and still only in orange. It's just like a matter of just hitting side light and then getting the Nair follow up, and then much more popular side light Nair again. This time not going to get a GC side light. But last time we saw it going for the GC D light after getting the D light there. So now on side, the side single catch. Blaze, Volkov is well there to position there, but Blaze will make it back. Avoids the haymaker. Blaze is being juggled around in the air and gets hit by another end light. And once again, in guarding position with the ground pound, takes the second stock, and now it's a whole stock and change.
The whole stock and change. What a hot start coming in from T360 to start off the set against Blaze here. And I mean, the lead has been kind of established already from T360, and he's pushing for more. He's looking for the 3 stock here, but does Blaze deny it? He goes for the combo, but doesn't land the last hit there. T360 falling off, just staying off stage, just trying to avoid any hit coming in from Blaze, and just trying to rack up any damage that he can, and that's what he's doing right now. Already has him an orange head, but a stray seer connects, doesn't lead to the KO though. Still though, Blaze, I mean, is on the ropes and still unable to find a KO from T360. Nice 2-piece combo coming in from T360 on the Volkov. A little bit of Volkov tech there coming in. The recovery, and just like that.
What a recovery.
What?
Wow, that takes the whole, that's his stock base. Not expecting a 3 stock to start off this set.
No, not only to start off this set, Jaguar, but to start off the top 4 as well. I mean, what a hot start to this whole entire top 4. A 3 stock, that's a pretty big statement, I can't lie.
Yep, and now that's absolutely, so we see like Blaze is now going to be playing on the Tezca going into that. So switching off of Greatsword, we've seen Volkov playing the Tezca in the winner's semifinal in the T360 versus Blue. So we'll be seeing the same matchup again. So Volkov having a string weapon of Scythe and the punished weapon of Axe, and just the Tezca having both string weapons and being comfortable off stage.
Yeah.
We're gonna see like maybe more off stage fireworks.
Perhaps. But one thing I'm gonna say though is that Blaze is gonna have a little bit of he's gonna feel a little bit comfortable on this pick, because this is the pick I'm known him for. And I mean, rightfully so. You've seen him already hot start, carrying T360 off the stage here. And you know, Blaze just, I feel like when it comes to Legends, I feel like Blaze is more comfortable over on Tezca. I mean, you're seeing that right now already.
The ground pound.
That's a 0 to that Jaguar. That is a hot 0 to that to start off. I mean, what an amazing start for this game number 2 coming in from Blaze.
Yeah, absolutely. Like getting a lot of it stuff. The Tezca seemed to be just there everywhere to catch a lot of what T360 was doing off stage. So really, really solid pick on the Tezca so far. But let's see if we have any reaction. There's another dare, and that takes a second stop.
I mean, oh my goodness, man. If T360 thought that 3 stock was crazy, I mean, wait until he hears this game number 2 and how this game 2 is gonna go. Because Blaze right now, he's in the kitchen, man. And somebody needs to take him out, because man, he is just going crazy in the kitchen.
Yeah, almost took the Volkov off the top for a quick 3 stock there as well.
Yeah. I mean,
I haven't seen this kind of action in quite a while. Just like the Tezca really just playing a lot, getting a lot of hits off stage, and being able to really take advantage of it. Bringing us some boots to take people off stage and get hits early, even though boots normally don't have the tools to KO by force very easily. This time, I'll take advantage of a lot of that other potential. Just positionally put them off stage where they can't recover, even if they're not very much damaged.
Blaze still fishing for the 3 stock. Saying to T360, man, I'm looking to do something that...
And catches a dodge.
Oh my goodness,
there. Volkov
that's
is
it.
there. Will not make it back. So that's a 3 stock. The other way.
What? I mean, guys, are you seeing this? The T360 game number 1 started off 3 stock in his favor. Was like, you know what, man? Hold this 3 stock for me to start off top 4. Blaze, on the other hand, he got mad. He was like, you know what, man? I can't take this on stream. You're gonna do this to me on stream? And he says, you know what, man? Whatever you can do, I can do better. He one-upped him in a sense and got the 3 stock of his own. And now we're going into this next game here where I'm unsure what's gonna happen. I'm unsure what's about to go down.
Well, I think the Volkov obviously is like, I think I can adapt to this. I'm not gonna fool me once, shame on me. Fool me, you can't get fooled again.
Right. And I mean, I think the Blaze going over to this Teska pick is definitely, I mean, it helped him out so much. He got the 3 stock, that's one. But I mean, it seems like he kind of also figured out a little bit of how T360 plays this Volkov pick, to be honest. But he just needs to capitalize a little bit more. And already starting off, we're seeing T360 with a nice hot start, but Blaze answering back quickly.
There, Blaze's ground pound doesn't connect even though hitting a dodge, and so there's a ground pound to take it. So right, like now Volkov getting the better of these interactions off stage. So I guess it's a matter of just really not getting your dodge read off stage is really going to be the key. And T360 so far seems to be a bit better with that so far.
Yeah, at least in this game number 3.
Like.
But right now you're seeing that T360 with a decent lead, but Blaze has to play catch up. He has to take out the stock immediately as possible. And I mean, already now over to the boots, looking to get something huge started.
Yeah, Blaze was going for a big string, and then the T360 went under it. Oh, T360 has no options, so that's that.
Yeah, the triple exclamation marks coming out for T360, and just like that, he's going to be falling over to his second stock. And just like that, folks, it's evened up. It's anybody's game here to win, and Blaze with a nice little string over on the boots, able to tie back up the damage somewhat. And this is what we like to see. I mean, even though we saw 2 like explosive 3 stocks for game number 1 and game number 2, this game 3 just going neck and neck seems very fitting. You know, even though it's a complete difference from those past 2 games.
Right, and there's catching that. The Volkov catches with that, so and the Teska makes it back. So we have the Volkov currently is in the lead, but it's again not by too much. Not a 3. It's definitely not going to be a 3 stock because both sides have lost a stock. But we're kind of seeing a little bit of the adjustments here. Like the T360 is not jumping or dodging out, so Teska's still going for a bit of these home run type plays to really go for the whole stock all at once, or at least a lot of damage, and they no longer seem to be connecting. T360 dodged that.
Ooh, what a nice
there. There's the D-Sig.
Now has the options of weapon, going to be sticking over onto the boots, and has that boots prime as well too. It seems like, you know, Blaze's game plan is clean and cut out. It seems like, you know, the boots is going to be the play in order to chop down this T360 here. And just like that with a recovery, able to take out that second stock, and now Blaze has somewhat of a lead in this set here. But he needs to really he needs to push his lead even more. And is unable to do so with a big side stick. T360 is going to be equalizing this game here. Bringing in 1 stock, I mean each. Last stock situation and damage is as even as can be.
Yeah. Blaze still trying to play around, gets a hit off, and this time T360 dodges, so Adair does not connect. Gets a recovery off. Blaze really trying to avoid the access we saw in game 1 with the T360. It's really getting a lot of 3-4 hit strings off in the axe in the air. Blaze is still playing somewhat in the air, so it is a little bit dangerous, especially against axe. We've seen stuff like Side Light Nair into GCD light. There's the dare and the ground pound, and there's another ground pound.
That should be enough, right? Unless wait.
And there's the dare.
Nice dare. There's no way he makes that back. Wait, what? How is he back? No way. This guy lives another day.
GCN.
Okay, that's it.
And now that won't be enough.
Wow, Blaze had to work for that one. I can't lie. He really had to work for it to get that knockout. But hey, he still got it at the end of the day, which is what matters. And just like that, Blaze is now putting T360 on match point in the winner's side, and, you know, forcing him to go ahead and now adapt here. But, you know, one thing I would say about Blaze is Blaze has that, I mean, he has such a deep pool. I mean, we see the J-Yun to start off. We saw the Shell now, right? I mean, T360 on the other hand, he doesn't have that deep pool. When I know T360, man, when I think of T360, all I think of is just a Volkov. and it's just his Volkov plays and the way that he plays Volkov. There's not any other secondary picks. There's not any deep pocket picks or anything. It's really just a Volkov, and I guess that's kind of a downside when you're, going into these type of tournaments. It seems like you're just kind of a master of one legend, and you don't have that that deep pool to say you can rely on to adapt to a certain player, perhaps.
Catches the dodge here. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely something like that. But there's also a situation like Volkov is very versatile. You can also play the same legend multiple ways. You can go for the punish potential backs. You can go for Scythe stuff. There are really many different ways to play, and so in itself, Volkov is a very solid legend against a lot of different play styles.
No, 100%.
So it's not really a counter pick in the same way like other games.
Yeah.
Where you have these sorts of some characters are counter picks to others.
Yeah.
Based on how they interact.
We're seeing right now T360 with such a good lead, honestly, into this game number 4, and it's definitely what he needs in order to push us at game 5 here, Jaguar.
Right. We saw a little bit of T360 on Scythe there. Wasn't able to really get too much off in the read after hitting. And there's a recovery won't be enough to take it off the top on Nitezka. So Nitezka is still floating around in the air. T360 is looking for those aerial punishes. There's an end light punish on the miss base side sig. Nitezka comes back, gets the boots for a quick side sig, and a dare, and catches the GC attack to stop it, and that confirms the first stock.
One thing Blaze is gonna have to do in this game here is if he wants to get those KOs, you're gonna have to make sure to not only get the KO, but make sure to go for something extra. Because with T360, we saw in that last game, man, the ending of the last game, how, crazily, he just came back on the stage somehow when we expected he was down for the count. But getting back to the grand scheme of, this game here, we see that T360, even though Blaze was able to get out his first stock and was able to get the first strike, T360 quickly evened things back up and keeping it neck and neck, denying any sort of extra credit to be built up. But I don't know if you saw the clock there, Jaguar, but you look at when that first stock fall, it was pretty late into this game.
Right, I guess comparatively late, because we saw the other ones were actually pretty quick on the first two games.
Right.
Stocks both ways. I've had games like in ranked, when I play ranked, sometimes it takes like two plus minutes to get the first stock, but T360 obviously wants to take the stock quickly, as they did there with the, again, a lot of axe aerial attack to really take advantage of that kit.
Yeah, and now we're seeing, once again, T360 with a big lead, but Blaze looking to answer this one back up. There we go, nice ground pound to secure that. Denies any sort of possibility of T360 bringing that one back and somehow making it up. And just like that, even stocks anyone's game there, and even look at, you saw T360 with a decent lead. He was on orange health, and Blaze just chomped through that health and was able to get that stock out of there and bring this neck and neck.
Yeah, taking advantage of the boots really to boots really put the opponent in positions where they can't recover.
These axe hits is just insane. T360 is landing blow after blow, and can Blaze find the opening? Can he find the string? Can he find some sort of opening onto T360?
Alright, doesn't get the dodge read on the dare, so when weapon toss does hit,
side sig,
avoids the D-sig, so picks up boots again. Now let's see what they're going to do. Misses follow-up, so still getting some hits, but not too much there. But all Blaze really needs is just one solid string, and puts in a position where it can get an instant KO despite the low damage.
You're seeing how careful Blaze is playing as well too. He's trying to avoid any sort of way that T360 could possibly hit him. He's respecting space. He's giving T360 that space as well too, and just trying to dance around, wait for the whiff, and kind of play parry in a sense. Try to go for something here because he's on the back foot. He needs, if he wants to win this 3-1, he needs to take out T360 as quickly as possible here. But T360 goes for the ground pound. What a weapon throw to calculated. Okay, picks up a fresh boots now. Hits him with the end light, and now he has stage control. You see T360 how low he went. He realized the ground pound was coming. But what a go, nice there. My goodness, nice here coming in from Blaze. T360. My God, he's on the ropes.
And now catches the dodge, and there will be enough, and that takes it. Blaze wins 3-1.
Wow. Talk about how crazy that game was. You saw T360 with He had a lead for the moment being. If you look at the damage, 447 to 517. T360 was the one that was up in that set. But just because Blaze was able to play a little bit more reserved, he was able to play it a little bit more calm, was like, okay, bro, breathe in, breathe out. Buckle up, because I'm going to have to go take 2 stocks in this last stock, and he got the job done. He got the job done at the end of the day, and that's great stuff coming in from Blaze, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Really taking advantage of the off-stage potential on boots. Eventually, like that's something you just put boots. So really, it's not about building damage. It's about like take it in places they don't want to go, so you can really get those early gamps and KOs. It's really one of the ways Blaze really shown in that match.